What up, though? Welcome to another episode of Peep Game. True stories told by DukeDaKing. On this episode, I'm gonna tell you about how I met Boosie Bad Azz. Boosie Bad Azz. Okay, let's go back. I'm trying to figure out what fucking year was this. I can't fucking remember. But anyway, Vicksburg, Mississippi. I'm down there visiting. I don't know what I'm down there for, but just visiting, whatever. I got a cousin named Robert Craig. He was like the big time guy in this town. He was my first cousin, Robert Craig, one of my closest friends at that time. You know, he's deceased at this moment, but he had a Boosie Bad Azz CD, and we was riding around, we was listening to it. It was my first time listening to Boosie, right? And this Boosie CD was so motherfucking hard, man. Every fucking song on there, and I instantly became a fan of Boosie. So we end up, he like, yeah, you know, he gonna be performing this weekend, blah blah. So please, we gonna go. When you wanna go? I'm like, hell yeah, I wanna go. So boom. So we go to this place down. Mind you, this concert that they're having is Boosie Bad Azz and Twista. Twista is the headliner. So Boosie is basically opening up for Twista. So we get to the show, and Boosie isn't there. Matter of fact, it's going around that Boosie not gonna make it. So Twista go ahead and perform. So Twista's performing. I'm like, you know, okay, it's Twista. I like Twista, so we decided to watch Twista. So everybody kind of upset because Boosie's not gonna be there. So after Twista performed, everybody get to leave in this shit, right? So then I guess whoever this was outside in this big ass field, right? Like big ass country ass cornfield or some type shit, like, right? But it was way off from the road. You had to like drive all the way back into this open field area, right? It was kind of think about it, it was kind of genius, man, because they had all this open land and they just put a stage up there and made it a concert arena. Basically what they did. So it was pretty genius. Anyway, so we about to leave, and the whoever the promoter, whatever, who was hosting the concert that got on the mic was like, "Don't nobody go nowhere. Boosie Bad Azz just pulled up." When I tell you, like, everybody was before this announcement, everybody was walking off, right? Everybody was leaving, going to their cars. When they said Boosie is here, when I tell you, every single person, not one person kept, well, everybody turned around and ran back to the stage. You hit me? And that was one of them, because I wanted to see this nigga perform. I wanted to meet this nigga. I wanted to. At the time, I was a promoter. I was promoting parties and doing my thing, you know, whatever. So we go back. So he's about to perform. So me being who I am, I said, man, listen, I gotta get backstage. So I go on the side. I don't know who's right there, but I talk my shit and I get backstage. Just talking shit. I don't know what the fuck I said, but somehow I got my ass backstage. So I got back there. I see Boosie. I talked to him. I was like, "Yo, man, my name is Duke. I'm from Flint, Michigan." And he instantly said, "Oh, damn, you from Flint?" He's like, "You know the Dayton family?" First words came out of his mouth. "Do you know the Dayton family?" I said, "Yeah, I know them niggas." He's like, "Oh, man, I love them niggas, man. I'm a fan of their music, man. I listen to their shit all the time." I'm like, well, damn, man, maybe y'all need to hook up and do something, right? He's like, yeah, can you put that together? I'm like, hell yeah, I can put that together. So I said, man, you got a manager or something? He's like, yeah, this is my brother. I think his brother's name was Taj. I'm not sure, but I think his brother's name was Taj. So Taj come on, holler at me, yeah, this is my number. Taj at the moment was doing all his booking and his manager at the time. But so Taj give me his number. I tell him about her, the CD. I'm like, man, I'm like, why y'all aren't in Michigan? He's like, man, we trying to get up there, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can link up and we can get some of my music up there through you. I'm like, cool. That's, you know, it's cool. We can make that happen. So we exchanged numbers. I go back to Michigan. Matter of fact, before I go back to Michigan, my cousin's CD, I stole my cousin's CD. He had the CD, Boosie Bad Azz and Lil Webby. I stole his CD. And I remember him calling me when I got to Michigan. Nigga, you stole my motherfucking CD. I'm like, yeah. Hell yeah, nigga, I took that shit. Yeah, I took your motherfucking CD. I had to have that motherfucker. And I took it. Nigga, I will pay for it. I'll send you the money. How much you want for that motherfucker? But anyway, so I get up there. I'm giving I make copies of it. I'm giving them to the DJs, to all the clubs. I'm really just promoting Boosie. I have no ties with him. I just want people to get up on the music, cause I'm planning on bringing this dude up here for a show, right? So the DJ's playing it, they loving it. I'm giving it to the strippers dancing to it, they loving it. I'm like, we totally new to Boosie. Nobody hadn't heard of Boosie in Flint, Michigan, and Detroit, in Michigan, period. So I talked to Shoestring of the Dayton family. I tell Shoestring, I said, String, man, it's this nigga named Lil Boosie. He from Louisiana, man, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I said, man, excuse me, yo. I said, man, this nigga is the Jay-Z of the South. This nigga is the hottest thing right now coming out of the South. He a fan of y'all music. Y'all need to link up and y'all need to do some shit together. You need to do some shit with this nigga now before he blow up, because he's gonna blow up. When he blow up, you got this song, you gonna be a part of the blow up. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah, you know. I don't know if he took me serious. He heard me, because later on, he came back and you know, he said something about it. He was like, man, first time I ever heard of Boosie was through my nigga Duke. Duke, man, was trying to get me to hook us up with Boosie before anybody knew about Lil Boosie. All right, so we, so finally, you know, he's popping. He's on. Everybody hearing about him. So we link up, we do the show. Matter of fact, we call him, negotiate a show. So I did something that had never been done in our town. We had teenagers, because he had a huge fan base. He had a young crowd, like the young high schoolers, middle schoolers, young kids, and then he had the grown-ups that liked him too. So where I was gonna throw the place was at the Purple Moon, which is a nightclub. Most of our concert was a big nightclub, and you know, could hold maybe 1,000 people or more. And that's the place we usually throw our concerts. And but the young people wanted to see him, so we had a place called Skateland Arena. Skate Arena, it was huge. So I was like, okay. So I rented the Skateland, and I was gonna do a part for the teenagers, a teen concert and a concert for the grown folks. So it was 2 shows in one day. And I forget it, I gave him $14,000 for 2 shows one day. Did the show at Skateland for the kids. We did that shit. That shit was jam fucking packed. Kids went crazy. Then later on, we left from there. We went to the Purple Moon, did the show there. I remember Boosie, when he first pulled up. Matter of fact, I was nervous because these niggas hadn't booked their flight. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, don't worry about it, we're gonna pay for our own flight, because they didn't know where they was going. Boosie was getting booked so much, he didn't know where he was gonna be at. So they didn't book their flight until the day of the show. Man, they had me nervous as fuck. I had sold all these tickets. Everybody was coming to see this guy. You know, I had a reputation. This nigga had to show up. My reputation was on the line. So anyway, he showed up. They bought that ticket the same day, showed up. And I remember it was snowing outside, and that Lil Boosie, matter of fact, I got some footage, man. I'm gonna load that footage up to my page so y'all can see it. But they showed up. It was snowing, so Lil Boosie pulled up. He had on shorts. He like, man, it's cold as fuck outside. The limo pulled up. The limo didn't know who he was. He beating on the limo window, and finally they opened the door, letting me in the shit. I just remember just talking to him and shit. He needed some shoes. I had a clothing store at the time. It's called Harlem World, and I sold, sneakers. I sold everything. He needed some clothes. Took him to the store. He spent about $600 in the store. He bought him because he didn't have. It was cold. He had him shorts. He bought him a jacket. He bought him some Air Force Ones, a pair of jeans. He just bought a whole hookup, and it came up to like $600. And so that was a good lookout. Can't spend money with me. And I remember getting in the limo, because I'm riding in the limo with him. And I remember sitting down, and I sat down on some shit, and I'm looking, I'm like, man, I grab it. It's a pack of syringes, needles, right? I'm like, man, what the fuck is this, right? And his man looked at me and was like, them boosters. I'm like, what? He's like, man, he diabetic. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. So I didn't know Boosie was a diabetic at that time. So I done sat on his fucking needles and shit. I'm thinking like the nigga on heroin. I don't think I'm motherfuckers know who use needles is heroin addicts and shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we do the show. I just remember, man, him coming on the stage, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, it was so many motherfuckers on the stage, man. They would not clear the stage for Boosie. Like, we tried so hard to get niggas off the stage, man. We literally would have to start fighting niggas to get them off stage. And the chicks, I can see chicks on the stage, but these was niggas on the stage that would not get off the stage, man, acting like some true fucking groupies. I understand you want to be seen on stage with Boosie and all that, but man, come on, man. When it's time to perform, y'all need to clear. So we couldn't get niggas up, so Boosie just said, fuck it, man. Give me the mic. I'm finna perform anyway. So he performed, man. The shit was epic, man. Come to find out it was a sold out concert. Come to find out though, security was stealing money, was letting people in through the back door for $100. So these niggas eating good off us, like, And I ended up finding out, and I caught some of it and got some of the money back from the people, from some of the security. But then I heard later on that, man, them niggas got down on us. They just don't know. If I would have knew that and found out that night how much money they actually stole, I'd probably be in prison right now. Because this shit was serious. But anyway, we did the show with Boosie. Epic night, man. And just it was just Boosie was a cool ass nigga. Did a lot of videotaping and filming and shit. We exchanged numbers. I remember one time he came back to Michigan. This time he was in Bay City, Michigan. And Boosie was on that lean real bad. And so he called me and was like, they needed some lean. So at the time, I didn't fuck with lean. I didn't really know too much about. I knew about lean, but not that much about the different flavors, different colors, and all that type of shit. So he wanted the purple, I think, or whatever. So I ended up finding it, getting it, drove to Bay City. We had the show at. When I got there, that nigga was hunched over like this, like he was sick as a dog, like he needed some motherfucking lean. And I got it to him, he was good. We hung out, got fucked up, chilling, in Bay City. Like I said, man, that's how I met Boosie. It's an epic thing, man. I ran into Boosie a couple times after that. He didn't remember me. So I'm just gonna keep it 100. The nigga was like, who the fuck is you? But that's how it went down though, man. So it was that big night, man. We had fun. So thank y'all for listening. I have more shit coming up. I'm gonna put some more stories out here, let y'all know. But that's how I met Boosie Bad Azz. Stay tuned for another episode. Stay tuned for more episodes. And remember to like, subscribe, and share. And thank you to everybody who have subscribed to the channel. My views have skyrocketed. I went from 1,600 views to over 50,000 views in less than 2 weeks. I went from 40 subscribers to 600 subscribers. So, and all this has happened in the past week or two. So the page is growing. Continue to like, continue to share, and hey, always be game.